My name is Aoife Claffey and I am a visual artist based in Cork. I create installations combining different mediums that could be projected film onto found objects, prints that are usually digital film prints or screen prints, as well as using sound in my work as well. At the moment I'm looking at current rapid developments in transportation, technology, media, and how these can have positive effects but also fracturing and destabilizing effects on society. So that can transform unexpectedly when the work is experienced. This is a new body of work for me. This is part of a new series, and this piece behind me is called Era 59. So this is a double-layered digital photography print on top of a screen print. So these are both photographs that I've taken myself, and I'm playing with scale a lot here. So the first image you see is the translucent digital print that is of fibre optics, which is a glass material that when a light is shone through it, it kind of travels through and sends a message. And then on top, behind this, is the neon red Era 59. So I first came across the Era signs this year when I kind of stumbled across them actually when I was in Achill Island in Mayo, and I couldn't believe that it was kind of the first time that I had seen these and learned about them. So basically the Era signs, there's over 80 of them dotted all around Ireland, and they were made in World War II to warn people flying over that this Ireland is a neutral country. Era is Ireland in the Irish language. Playing with scale as well, because these are made for looking down, so looking at something from a different perspective. So I actually had to use my drone to get footage of this, and so I captured that and made the screen print then out of this. And I think that it's kind of interesting that these were made for a complete different purpose, but it's also how it still left its mark and trace on the ground, and how it kind of relates to the theme of the Cahoots because of the landscape, and how because there's 8 of them dot all around Ireland, if you were to kind of connect the dots of them all, you'd still see the shape of Ireland, which I think is quite interesting. And it's kind of like protecting where we live. They're like basically stones in the shape of era, and each era around Ireland has a different number depending where it is. And so the scale of them is looks quite small in this print, where in fact they're huge. So I had to go really as high as I possibly could with my little baby drone to get a shot of this. And yeah, so now I'm kind of like a scavenger on the hunt, trying to get footage, as many of them as I can. You know, usually with printmaking you make multiples. All the ones that I've made for this new body of work are kind of unique. None of them are the same. I think it's interesting that I use the transparent layer on top of the screen print, as usually that transparent layer is used to expose the image onto the screen, whereas I'm using that as actually finished piece, and that piece is very delicate, so if you were to touch it or get water on it, it would rub away. So there's something quite interesting and protective about that image on top of the screen print that I like using, and how you can get a lot of detail compared to the screen print, maybe not as much.